Oh, that was a wild one for sure. I'm really, I just thought the guys inside of a game that wasn't going our way for most of the night went out in the third period and really delivered hard to make sure that we tried to get points, a point, 2 points, and they fought and competed really hard to get that done. So it was a good, hard-fought win.
Any update on Ryan Lingren?
Upper body right now, so we'll evaluate.
What did you think of the play?
I thought they had the right call originally. You know, there was something going on through the course of the game with both of those guys, and his elbow clearly took him in the head. So.
Do you feel like it was a little bit of justice? You obviously worked for it, but just, you know, the Toronto calls not going your way on both of those,
yeah.
And just the way the game was going, that to get 2 points out of it felt
Yeah.
right.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, Columbus played hard tonight. You know, they're a team they understand where they're at and what they need to do, and I thought they came out and competed really hard. But I thought in the third period our guys just kept pushing. You know, we found ourselves down, and the game hadn't gone, like you said, the game hadn't gone the way you might want it to go. And the guys got on the attack and kept pushing, and came down to the last few seconds, but were able to tie it up and get it into overtime in the shootout.
You chose to send Alexei out there for the third shot. I mean, that's just because of the game that he was having?
Yeah, I mean, he seems to be in a good spot right now. I think there's quite a few guys that have a decent shooting percentage with regard to shootout on our team, and so you know, it did bump up a few slots for him just based on the way he's been playing as of late.
He's been kind of, humble and quiet about it, not, talking about just trying to be consistent.
Yeah.
You would imagine a young guy like that having the success he's having early in the season, as far as his confidence goes, that's got to be big for him.
I think anytime you can have an impact in a game, you can gain confidence from that. It's not just him too. I thought Vinny in the middle was unbelievable. Obviously, Panarin is playing terrific with his game right now, and when they're on the ice, good things are happening all the time, and sometimes that's easier to feed into when you're in the offensive zone, you're generating chances, and you start to feel it a little bit, and with that, I do think you can gain a little bit of confidence, so that's a positive thing.
The timeout late, is that, how much of that is wanting to give them a breather, and how much is it you want to really draw something specific on?
No, it was more a breather. I mean, those are things that are talked about before we get to that situation, and I think everybody, knew the plan, but they had been out there for a little bit, and those guys played a lot of minutes. I mean, we were chasing that game in the third period, and then the power plays, and then the overtime, and we went with the short bench to try and get it done. And so, I mean, forwards are playing 24, 25, 28 minutes. That's a lot of minutes, and so they, like I said, they fought till the end.
Where you started when you came in with Lafreniere, first line at the beginning of training camp, and then kind of him bouncing around after he was out for a couple of days. But do you see the progression there, and just even from what you knew of him as a player the previous couple of years, do you see the growth in him?
I probably see it a little more just being here and working with him every day. I just, to the point, I think that he's in a good spot with his line mates right now, with his line, and they're from a 5-on-5 standpoint, they're probably our most effective line. They're in the offensive zone and they generate chances constantly, and so they've done a really good job of establishing that offensive zone identity. And I think with that you start to see the confidence and you start to see the growth.
You said a couple weeks ago you're going to have to find different ways to win every night. Tonight, 6-on-5, you convert the extra attacker. Can you just talk about the group in front of the goaltenders? Because right now Louis and Jonathan have played great, but it doesn't seem like it matters who's in net with how the group is playing in front of the goaltenders.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, right, it's a team sport. And so I think right now the guys are going into a game just expecting to win a hockey game. And Louis played great for us. Jonathan's played quick the entire season. And he was really good tonight. There was some there were some big saves he made. I don't think we were particularly sharp to start the second period. I thought we got going after the power plays. I thought we got going and we picked it up, but there were still big saves that had to be made. I mean, they only had 3 shots in the third period, but man, one of them was a real tester, and he was up to the task on that one. So he stayed focused inside of that third period, which sometimes is harder to keep on point like that. And so the goaltending's been, all 3 goalies that have played have been really good, and like you said, the team's finding a way to get it done.